Hello and welcome back to my house. This is the view from my garden. This is just a short video to say thank you for 1,000 subscribers and more. Thanks for everyone who's watching the videos, and we'll get a quick update of what's been happening. Winter, not too much has happened as it's quite cold to work with the hands outside, and most of my work is outside or in the garage. So over here around this tree here, found about a bucket load of spare parts for a tractor. Quite rusty, some still good. I'm sure there's more to be found. There's some rubbish around that tree as well that still needs sorting out. The grass is luckily not growing so much now. So this whole wall was covered in ivy stuff. I removed all of that because it was getting inside into the roof. So it is a nice sunny day. I've been wanting to do this for a couple of days, but it has been quite windy. So wind in the microphone is not so pleasant for the listener. So this area here I have cleaned up. It's a more of a usable space now. All of the wood against the back wall, and then the rest here is easy to use for crafts. So recovering, restoring some furniture if wanted, or this fireplace still needs to clean up and make something and install it in the summer kitchen. Still got my table of walnuts. So unfortunately it's quite a lot for one person alone. They are still good, you have to crack them. I just use a pair of pliers. So this is all relatively usable wood. Here and there some pieces still have to be chopped up for firewood, but most of it is usable. Already another plan for the next month or so when it gets a little bit warmer. These bricks, concrete blocks, I want to put them out here around this mess, and cover it up with soil and maybe grow some vegetables or whatnot. That will cover both the rubble as well as provide some vegetables. And do need to clean up here with the heavy winds. Some of the bamboo has come down. Over here again, not much has changed. So yeah, all the rescued water buckets are now here, so that the cats, there are some cats walking around, they drink the water. Then hopefully once the strawberries are for sale at the Lidl shop, can plant them here in this planter. This used to be an animal feeding tray. So here, modified that, the storage area. Remove the block, remove the beams. Now you can actually stand up inside, and it's a nice storage area. Increase the height of the door. There, we just covered up the top of the shutter door. This radiator here came from the living room. It's a cast iron radiator, extremely heavy. Now I've got an electric radiator. Unfortunately, the rusty water did come out of that radiator, and that's what this black is. But come summertime, can always pressure washer that off. So the people following the tractor project, nothing has happened since October last year, as it's been cold and unpleasant really to work with my hands. So it's all still standing still. All of the oil has been drained out, but yeah, I have done some cleaning, but it needs to be cleaned out further, and then we can continue on. Some parts I have cleaned, others I have not. As I say, working with your hands inside here, and it's unheated, and when it's windy the wind passes straight through. It's very uncomfortable. Well, there's my dad's motorbikes. They're staying here until he's got some space to put them at his house. So hopefully a couple of months time it should warm up. Continue on with this project. At least all of the parts are now here to hopefully complete it. The missing steering wheel did arrive after 1.5 months of writing emails, and then one threatening email seemed to do it. So the ride-on mower currently has 3 flat tires, but I did find a battery for it. It does start and it runs. So until the tractor's ready, this can cut the lawn. And I have another breather, because the existing breather, it leaks oil, it streams it out all over the chassis. So it's not coming from the gasket between the block and the breather, but in between here. It has been opened previously in the past and it seems to be leaking. So that one was not so expensive, 11 euros, free postage, second hand, but it should do, seeing as a new one is around 55 euros. We got here some of those parts. New battery, as the other battery that I had for the tractor has now gone into my car, as it had a flat battery, and this type of battery is exactly the same one. Now at least my car starts in the winter. So furthermore, we got some more leaks. The roof is becoming a little bit lighter. It's letting more natural light in, so that's a bonus. Well, if it rains, it's also extra leaky. We got some water collection happening inside. Not many houses have that. And then in here, now I've got the collection of concrete and cement over here, as the roof in the barn is becoming a bit more airy, a bit more leaky. Over here at least it's still dry. So that's for future projects, because seeing as the prices are going up. The tile cutter still needs to go to my dad's house, parents' house. So here we've got a bit more of a mess going on. All of my parents' things have gone. Now I'm just using the space to sort out things that came from my parents' house. There'll be a separate video on that. Computers and electronics, an assortment of antiques, vintage items, vintage games. And then this corner of motorbike parts still needs to go to my father, as well as the bags of tile adhesive and the box of motorbike parts. And now we got some more things that came from my parents' house. The insulation plates. There's a project for the garage to insulate the roof. Should help both in summer and in winter. But that's still for another day. Some more games. Sewing machine also came from my parents' house, as well as some old headphones, an assortment of ballasts and all kinds of fun things. The radio I did buy, that one keeps me entertained. And there was also a nice old filing cabinet. The filing cabinet part is still at my parents' house. I've got the drawers and the files, seeing as the actual cabinet does not fit in the car, so I have a larger trailer. Needs to be rented or a van or something. We'll see how that goes. That still needs to go to my parents. Also does not fit in my car, as well as those two doors. Okay. Now I go to the garage, and here it looks like a bomb exploded. There's mess everywhere. 1 minute it's all nice and tidy, the next minute can hardly move. A whole bunch of tools to sort out. I bought some shelving units. They can go against that wall. There used to be some shelving units with parts. They've been moved to the summer kitchen for my job of selling parts. And now this needs to be sorted out and tidied up. So I did buy one of those diesel heaters that will come here in the garage. I'm also busy removing the fuel heater. So I've already disconnected all of the water system. Just the one here at the back is quite tight, so but the whole unit can move out. Supposedly it was serviced before I moved in, but it's all kinds of junk left in the bottom there. And I've found some mice have eaten at some cables. There was all mice poop inside. Supposedly it didn't work. I've already disconnected all the cables and the thermostat. So this thing is quite heavy, so I have to get the engine hoist in, wrap it around, and hopefully can lift it up and drag it out with that. And then my little diesel heater I want to mount over here, and then can feed it into a radiator to recover some gas, the hot exhaust gas, and then feed it up into the chimney that exists there with an extension pipe. Will it work? I don't know. Can always try that out. I think that covers most of the updates, things that have been happening around here, and why not much has been posted during the cold winter months. Said temperatures are climbing up now. Daytime temperatures around 10 degrees Celsius. Nighttime temperature still -2 degrees Celsius, so we still are not quite in the warm period yet. And once it's really nice and warm, much easier to work outside on things, and you'll hopefully be seeing more progress on various projects. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you all have a nice day. Thanks again for subscribing, and see you on the next video.